Sexy Red, and I want to make sure that I break this down because I was looking for the most recent thing about her as far as what this is communicating. So essentially, she had came out a while ago that had basically said that what I'm saying, she was fucking with Trump or whatever. And she got a little bit of backlash for the MAGA hat because you could see it in the background. Ignore the roles and all of that stuff. Listen, we love our women with roles and all, no worries. But she made it clear she's not going to necessarily be endorsing him for president or any candidate for that matter after she got a whole lot of backlash. Basically distancing herself from all any major politician, and she kind of switched it up and she said, "Sexy Red for president. I'm my own candidate. I'm endorsing. I'm not endorsing anybody. Period." With the kiss emoji, and that's what she said on Twitter or X, formerly known as Twitter. Back in October, she talked about her affinity for Trump during an interview with Theo Vaughn on his podcast, and she claimed that the hood loves Trump due to his freeing black people from prison and providing stimulus checks during the pandemic. She said, "I like Trump. Yeah, they support him in the hood. I was the first. At first, I didn't think that people was fucking with him. They thought he was racist, saying a little shit against women. But once he started getting black people out of jail and giving people that money, we love Trump. We need him back in office. We need him back because them checks and them stimulus trucks checks. Trump, we miss you." So, Mika, thoughts on this or thoughts on Sexy Red or any additional context that I missed?
Sexy Red is hilarious. Outside of that ratchet music, Sexy Red. But the
Oh,
context
yeah.
is this. The problem with the backlash is the fact that Cardi B had a whole live stream with Joe Biden when he was running against Trump, and told everybody that they need to vote Joe Biden, right? That they have to get Trump out of office. When the chat asked her why, she just said, "We got to get him out. We got to get him out because we all know she has a limited amount of knowledge on those things." But anywho, so Sexy Red comes out, and now she is, supporting Trump. Now her fan base, we know, is mostly black women, right? And so she has to appease her fan base, but she really does support Donald Trump, especially with the tax bracket she's in now, right? Because she's making millions. And she has Drake as a, person that's backing her. But I want to get y'all thoughts on it because it goes to speak to black women being in politics, right? And we always talk about, oh, well, black people aren't a monolith, but yet if you don't vote Democrat, and especially as a black woman, because black women are running the Democratic Party, you get backlash, even as a musician who shouldn't be the person that's the head of the community. So just wanted your thoughts on that.
Man, it's kind of weird just seeing her speak on anything like of any thought process at all. Her music is just so like low vibrational. I don't even know if I take her seriously in this. I thought the hat was like I thought that was her representing herself. I didn't know she was talking about Trump. I don't know. It's kind of weird. She should probably just stay out of politics. That's probably what she should do.
But it's equivalent. That's why I brought up Cardi B because it's equivalent, right? Because Cardi B is very low vibrational, right? But at the same time, because she's very popular, they use her to try to push her to the black candidates. But the reason why I think Sexy Red's, backlash is flying is because she's not going towards the Democrats. She's going towards the Republicans.
Hmm. Yeah, that might have something to do with it. I mean, I wonder. I always wonder this though. Honestly, why don't they ever ask anybody who seems to care or have knowledge about things like Rhapsody, even if I don't agree with what she would vote? Why don't they ever go after anybody like that? Why is it always the low vibrational artists that they go after? They never go after anybody who seems like they might be educated. They never do that shit. It's the same
Because
playbook.
discussions,
Say that again.
educated people have discussions and educated conversations, right? That might make you think.
Yeah. It's the same playbook though, man. They pull the same playbook with black people all the time, man. I wonder if they gonna ever change it up, man. It's been centuries now. Good grief. It's the
No,
What's
same
your
it's
thought?
it's
place.
It's never gonna switch up because mainly because I think that it's always going to be a new batch of young people that are now influenced by whatever it is that's happening. See, what a lot of these people don't realize, because they always say OG or this and that or so on and so forth. I think what a lot of people don't realize is eventually you're going to be the one that they call OG, or they gonna say, "Oh, we don't want to listen to you," and they gonna do the same thing that the people did before. We did the same thing. Listen, when I was coming up, they had what did they have? 106 in Park and a bunch of stuff like that. Okay, cool. And then they had the voter die campaigns and all of this stuff. And so they were basically empowering people to go out and vote based off of influence, not based off of education. Nobody ever wants anybody to make an adjustment or to have a conversation or look to be educated. I don't even think that young people have that level of that type of attention span to even make that type of, you know what I'm saying, to listen long enough to be educated, because it's then going to require you to go and do your own research. It's not going to happen. It's not going, and politicians know that, and so they leverage these people. Look, when Cardi B was interviewing Joe Biden for the 2020 election, do you
Mm.
honestly think that they thought that she was gonna make an educated, you know what I'm saying, be doing stuff based off of great education and understanding and all of this stuff? No, they brought her in because they knew that she had influence. In the same way that you got influencer marketing to get people to buy stuff, to get people to try stuff, because they know that you got a strong voter fan base. It's never gonna be based off of education. Nobody is dependent on Sexy Red to give you insight from an education perspective on who you should vote for. But they know that she has influence. That's why they call it influencer marketing. And so now we dependent on that because they know that they the swing vote to determine who's going to get elected or not. They already know who the old white men going to vote for. They know who the black men going to vote for. They know who black women are going to vote for. And so the only people that they have to get into the fold is younger people that ultimately have to switch over, or eventually they're going to grow up to be more Republican or whatever. And so they just have to mobilize them. It's not even educating them. They just mobilizing them, bro, at this point.
That's a good point. What you think, Hugh?
Honestly, when it comes to these artists, I feel like they just guinea pigs. You know, these politicians use them to get one up, to get the black vote, get the woman vote, to get the ratchet votes. I can't take
Yeah.
Sexy Red seriously. I can't take Cardi B seriously. Those women, I don't even listen to their music. So anything that comes out their mouth, I really don't care.
Yeah, I don't
I
listen to their
don't
music
see too
either.
many brown women in the space talking anything worth listening to regarding politics or policy or anything government, unless they're lawyers or such. Entertainment people. I said many, ma'am. It's not a lot of them out there. So
Yeah, but I think it's because they like to say, like I said in the beginning, that we're not all a monolith, right? Latinos and black people, whatever. But they want us all to do the same thing, and then when we do, we're sellouts, you know.
well,
So
it's just
I
like
just thought it was interesting.
people don't think for themselves. Like if you look at what your life
That's true.
is and you vote how you live, then you wouldn't vote Democrat. Most people like Stephen A. Smith said, most people live their life conservative and they fucking vote Democrat. Like
Right,
Yeah,
right,
but
most people are
everything is based on
conservative as
grouping.
fuck every day. But they gonna
right,
listen to somebody and do some dumb shit and not do the research themselves.
right. I
Yeah,
have
but
that debate post all the time. She says she votes Democrat because she wants to help others, but she's fiscally conservative. I never understand that mindset. I'm just like, I don't get it. I have independent on my voter registration card, but I tend to vote more
Yeah,
Republican.
nigga, what the fuck is wrong with my buttons? Shit, they're better.
For Comedy Hype News, more talking about Anthony Edwards, but
What's
not
up?
for his game on the court. On social media, a brief clip of Edwards alongside girlfriend Janine Robel would make
Who's
its
doing that?
rounds. Fans consider this
You, Anton?
No, I was testing it out to make sure that
Oh, I was like,
the
is that me?
so no. So usually because because I just had some updates going to my software. So I'm testing it out to make sure that I can play the audio through actually looking at the websites instead of only playing the audio by having to play the video itself.
Mm. That
So
worked out.
just adding some new things into it to make sure that I could, you know what I'm saying, that I can pivot and I can rock out. So now I don't have to actually, because a lot of times I'll be pulling up the actual thing or whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
it don't always play because a lot of people put like different settings on their YouTube videos to prevent you from being able to play it and stuff. And so now I can pull it up and stuff like that more often. So yep, just new technology. We rocking. So any
Hmm.
other further thoughts on Sexy Red in particular?
No,
Heck no.
no. I
It's
just thought I thought it
crazy
was
how she
something. I
acted.
thought it just thought it was something. I really thought it was something like really interesting because I watched Cardi B not get any backlash for not even having a thought process on Joe Biden. But Sexy
Oh
Red
yeah.
didn't even endorse anything. She just had a hat on stage that she made a mockery out of. And she said that she liked Trump better. And it just blew up to be a backlash. So it just brought the whole thought process
He's on
back.
nigga code because that's what they did to Ice Cube when they found out Ice Cube was talking to Trump. They're like, oh
Yeah,
my
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
god.
Kill was
I
actually
talked
making
about that on my
moves.
podcast. How they were dragging him. They're like, oh, we need to just get him out of here. And he was like, look, make them fight for your vote. And then you saw what happened.
Cube plays it really safe now. He doesn't even when
Mm-hmm.
he goes on like Fox News and stuff, he just be like, I mean, people just open to vote whoever they want to vote, and they just kind of go based off of that. Cube don't necessarily take a position at any on anything at this point. So
Damn, he switched up quick.
yeah, Cube don't take a position, but Cube is pushing a product. He's trying to push the big three,
Got
and so
that
he
big
trying to be
three.
as
Yeah.
yeah he trying
Yeah,
to be
that's
as cool
true.
as possible.